drones.
Yo. Welcome back, everybody. Yo, this is Drunk Sports Talk. You already know what it is. We don't have no cash. We're going to talk about that in a minute, but we started off every episode. You know how we do it. We started off with a shot, and this one is going out to the colors that we're wearing, the hats that me and my dude is wearing right now, to the mother effing New York Knicks. All right? Yo. And that's what it belongs to. All right. We don't usually typically do Monday shows, but we're going to switch it up on y'all. And that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the New York Knicks busting the Sixers ass with Embiid. I don't care how hurt he is. Right. And today we don't have, Cash. He lost his voice just like I sound like I was, because that Thursday game against the Clippers was crazy. So, we're definitely going to be back later this week. But filling in for him is, no one else but my main man, G out of character, of course. What's goody, my G?
Calling all Knick fans. Come down to the court. It's time to play.
Word. So, we're going to get into a couple of topics today, right? But obviously what everybody want to hear and talk about, and what the whole, the raving in the streets is, the Knicks beating the Sixers. And a lot of people didn't think, look, Shaq and Barkley were saying that they weren't going to beat them. If they saw the Sixers in the playoff, they were going to lose. They even said the same thing about they see the Pacers in the playoffs, we're going to lose. And obviously they ain't watching what the Knicks was doing. Knicks is playing with determination. They're playing one of the toughest 7th seed teams that you probably have to face in the first round of the playoffs. Let's keep it a buck, man. And the Knicks went out there. They went on the road. They won 2 games in that series. And that's what you expect from a team that plays just as physical and just as hard like the New York Knickerbockers been doing all season. They went in and did it. People didn't think that Brunson was going to come back after his 22 and 24.2 first games, but came back and scored 43 times in that series and 39, I think, in one of those other games.
Shout out to Stephen A. for calling that.
So word. So G, man, just I know I'm hype. I know you hype. Everybody in New York fandom is hype. Like the Pacers and Knicks play tomorrow. Give me a little bit of the feedback and just your thoughts on that victory and how the Knicks actually went out there.
First, I want to start off with old man Bede. Old man Bede, man. And Bede, he was second. He was having a great year until the injury occurred. He was having probably his best year, and it sucks because I don't see Embiid coming back to be stronger next year. I think he needs to. I think his positioning might change. I think that I feel bad. Salute to Maxey. Maxey played his heart out with that 3-point, took up to fucking OT. He tried his best to put the 76ers on his back. So salute to the 76ers, because they suffered from injuries as well this season, and they did try. But they tried and failed, because who came out triumphant? Jalen Brunson and the fucking Knicks, yo. I couldn't say it was so sweet. I don't think at one point in time as a Knicks fan we were sweating. Even when we took the losses, we didn't sweat. We knew from the way we were playing basketball, even when Brunson was in a slump the first 2 games. DiVincenzo also been in a scoring slump. Josh Hart won a game that he was scoreless, even though he had about 15 rebounds. Those little suffers and bumps in the road, we seem to persevere because there's somebody, the Penguin Thibodeau, put this team together that they can rely on one another when somebody's having an off night. 2 people are having an off night. We've pulled out victories. 3 people having off night, it doesn't go so well in our favor. We need to be firing on all cylinders if we are going to have a chance going forward, because what I did take away from that series is our grit. Our grit to win just looks a lot more dire than the other teams. Right. What I don't like is that we're facing the Pacers next. The Pacers has beat us twice in the regular season, and these victories, 125 to 111, 140 to 126, and when we did win, we won by 4 points. So the Pacers are nobody to look past. That we definitely got to be. We got to put our 10 toes on the court. and everybody has to be working. Like sometimes I don't know if rest hurts us because when we're on, you give us 10 games, I think we win 7 out of 10 games if we play 10 games in a row with any team in the NBA. Feel me? Like I really think that. But when we take these breaks, we seem to come back a little not not ready to dance right away, I should say. So I just hope that this break doesn't hurt us. I know Indiana Pacers, they got injuries as well, don't they?
Not really. They still have their main squad.
They
You
still
know,
got
like
the main squad.
yeah, they're still gonna have Halliburton, and they're gonna have fucking Nesmith, and they got Siakam and Miles Turner. They're gonna have their guys. On the other hand, I am not worried because what the Knicks have showed me, I feel like we're gonna beat the Pacers in 5. I don't think this is gonna be a tough season at all. I don't care what happened in the season. I really don't care what
You
happened in
don't
the
think it's
season.
gonna be you don't think this is gonna be a problem at all? You think we're gonna steamroll through them?
Yo, the Knicks just beat the Sixers without Randall. Like people don't understand how important and how key piece Randall plays to the team.
Oh
He's
no, we know.
outside. Yeah,
We know.
yeah, no. Yeah, I know. Maybe me and you, but there's a lot of people out there that still don't understand how much of a key he was putting to the table. 25 and 9. You don't just get that anywhere on anything. You don't just get 25 points and 9 rebounds steadily averaging from anybody.
Yeah, he was
That's not
he was
something you
having a
just find.
he was going on a double craze before he got injured in February, right? He was going on a double craze.
Hell yeah. And then the Knicks are just playing right now with the next man up. And what happened? DiVincenzo stepped up the last game. Hit 5 3-pointers.
Amazing.
Josh
Amazing.
Hart making a killer three at the end of the game to go up. Like
Amazing.
it's moments like that that just show, like, damn, it, it, these guys play together. Not only that did they play together in college, but they won championships together in college. And that's what taking those shots and taking those risks and playing as hard as they played against the Sixers, which Tyrese Maxey was playing crazy. And we won 2 on the road. Like people don't understand how difficult
We
that
went
is,
to Philly
especially in the playoffs.
and you see they're not stupid because you pointed this out. One game, the last game we played was at 9 p.m. And you pointed out that the television networks aren't stupid because it's to get their ratings. But I think what they sacrifice in that is the players. These motherfuckers got to come on the court 9 p.m. at night. It's such a change. You're going from the New York atmosphere to the Philly atmosphere, and then you're gonna stonewall them and make them wait in Philly till 9 p.m. to play. Sometimes it doesn't fall in our favors with these schedules. It is kind of crazy. But I will say, again, we weathered the storm.
And
Like
and
shout
and
out to
I
Hartenstein too, man. Hartenstein is where
yo
where where did he come
Hardenstein's
from?
playing.
All
Hardenstein is
these
playing.
players, all these players pardon me. All these players, most of these players were second string. Jalen Brunson was behind Luca. Josh Hart was coming off the bench, right? On the Lakers. Was he on the Lakers?
He
With
was on the
Randall?
Trailblazers. No, he was on
Trailblazers.
the
Trailblazers.
Trailblazers.
Randall was a starter on the Lakers? No,
Oh,
right?
he came behind Kobe.
Look, all these second string players that Thibodeau put together to put them to play right front and center, and they all seized the moment and opportunity these past 2 seasons. These past
Yeah.
2 seasons, everybody that Thibodeau look, Deuce McBride. Wow. The kid shocks the shit out of me.
I think he has improved phenomenally. Now, what I am gonna say is that for this next Pacers game, because I see why Tibbs didn't want to open up the bench so much, and but the only thing I did see that he should have probably done is open it up a little bit just to put Precious in the game. The only time Precious played was when Mitchell Robinson was hurt and didn't play. I think was game three
And
or
and
four,
Harkenstein almost fouled
and
out. He was in foul trouble.
Hartenstein had 5 fouls, and that was game 4. Which was the game that we won. But still, like
It was a smart ass move though, because Achua stepped up to the plate, blocking the shit out of Embiid, like
Mhm.
playing defense on him. Like it's hard to play defense on him on a 80% Embiid. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to play defense on it. But I think that did play a factor as well. Embiid being not 100%, not coming in with the steam from this. It's almost like they forced him to play because they were in the playoffs. But he
Yeah,
didn't look ready. He didn't look like he wanted to be there.
I think after the first two losses, the Knicks already stomped them out and show that they were going to win the series
He
because
just stomped him out.
because let's be honest, yeah, you see Embiid, like he still had the courage to say that he's going to beat the Knicks, but let's be honest,
I
and we're
think
going to
that's where he
switch over
fucked
to
up.
another topic,
When
but
they gave him that
he was just
interview,
dirty. No, he was just dirty in general. Like when you start playing like that, that's losing mentality. I don't care how many points you put up, I don't care what you do. Yeah, you dropped 50, yeah, you dropped 30 points another game, yeah, you did a triple double another game, had like 12 assists, 15 rebounds, 30 points. Yeah, that's great. But when you play like that, that body language, that's me saying and showing me that, look, you don't have faith that you're probably going to win this. And we're aggravating the fuck out of you, which is what we were doing. Because
yeah,
Tyrese Maxey did not have a good game six.
nope.
And neither did Embiid. Like they had good game, but it wasn't that great. It wasn't enough.
The
And
game
and
there was a game and Embiid barely scored, but he had what 16 free throws. That was the game that they won.
he had, yo, he
Like
shot
16,
he
17 free throws
bro,
straight.
he shot. Yeah, that was like game. I think that was game three. He shot
He didn't score
21.
nothing like that.
Bro,
But his free throws.
he shot 21 free throws. He made 19. Him himself shot him himself made more free throws and shot more free throws than the
Oh,
entire
Nick
Knicks
T,
team
right?
that game.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And you know what? And that's what, like, I'm not
But
saying Embiid.
they say something about the Philly refs though. They say something about the Philly team, I should say. They say Philly always gets calls. The rumor is Philly's one of those teams that always gets calls.
They are. You didn't see Nick Nurse crying like a little baby after everything? Come on,
Mm-hmm.
man. Just fucking play the game, bro. Like, what are you playing? Like, come on. Like, this is playoff
Just
basketball.
get like this
You gotta let these
with
man
his hand on
play.
his chin.
Now, what I will say, and I'm not taking anything away from Embiid, because in my opinion, I think Embiid, if Embiid could remain healthy, I do think that he's better than Joker. But
What?
he's never fully
You think
healthy.
you think Embiid's a better basketball player than Joker?
I think so. I think so.
I think Embiid's
I
got
think
more
he could
hunger.
I think he could take control of the game better. I think he could control the pace of the game, because we just saw, and I don't want to stray too much on this, but we just saw what the Timberwolves just did to the Nuggets. When Jokic is playing a fast paced game, that's not his game.
Nope.
His game, he slows it down. He controls the pace. He does all the passing. He does all the screens. But if you're gonna make him run up and down the fucking court, that's not how he's gonna play. That's not how he likes to play. And when it comes to that, he's gonna end up getting tired. And look, they
Well,
busted
yeah,
their
he's a
ass,
big doofy nigga.
But and I won't take anything away from Embiid. You know what I mean? Like,
That's what
yo,
Joker. Yo, I
eh,
can't
eh,
stand Joker. Every time he's in an interview, it's like he
you
don't care
know,
about the game.
yeah,
That's
but
one
like,
thing I can't stand Joker. He don't care about the game. I want to go home to my goats.
yeah, yeah, but like Embiid knows how to foul. That's why he's so
Yeah,
good. He knows how to draw. Like, he's a phenomenal basketball player. Fucking dirty as shit, but he's a phenomenal basketball
most of
player.
those
I
big
can't.
niggas are though. They have to be. In some sense, going up and down the court isn't their forte. That's the guard's forte. So as a center, when you have opportunity to make it your moment, yeah, some niggas be dirty. Like Robinson, for as big as he is, I'm surprised he's not more dirty. Robinson's a very straightforward player. He don't do dirty shit. What he does is exhausting things like stupid fouls, jump when he don't need to, throw his body at you. But he's not doing that to hurt you like Embiid. Embiid literally stepped on Jalen Brunson's fucking ankle after he made a shot. Like literally stepped on him. Didn't even help him up. And that's why if you saw Brunson's attitude towards Maxey later in that game, Maxey tried to help him up, and Brunson was like, "Nah, chill. Let my teammates help me."
Right.
Embiid created a very poor atmosphere for his team. He did that. He's supposed to be the captain. He's supposed to be the one everybody looks at. And all he did was uh uh I guess false faded dreams. When he had that interview and he says, "We're the better team. We're gonna win this series because we're the better team." You didn't show that.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't show leadership qualities that make your team want to feel it. Look at Tobias Harris. J. Cole Jr. wasn't playing good at all. You know what I mean? Like your teammates that usually put it down for you, they weren't. A lot of it had to rely on you and Maxey, and you weren't even in the game 110% like Maxey was. But if Maxey's off, there's nobody. That's why the Knicks are a problem for everybody going forward in this playoff. Do you remember? Do you remember Tatum getting ejected when he played us during the season? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's we get under everybody's skin the way we play because out of nowhere we'll flow and we'll drop 30 and 40. And even when we're not, what people don't really give credit to the Knicks for, it's all great with the dunking and the Jalen Brunson dropping 40 and 50. Yo, all that shit's beautiful. But what Knicks really deserve credit for is our defense. Our defense is what's getting us through. Offensively, yeah. But think about all the offensive woes we've had. Randall out, Robinson out. When Brunson hurt himself, he was out. We just picked up OG Anunoby. We just got DiVincenzo. Think about who we had scoring. We didn't really have scorers. The scoring thing is a new thing that we've adopted, that Jalen Brunson has developed into. He's developed into something that I hope he never regresses. I hope this is him forever. I hope he's that 30-point player forever and stays a forever Nick.
Yeah, I
Until
think I think we always had scorers. I just don't think like with Randall, we lost him for since February. You know what I
that's a
mean? Like
while.
that's a long time. You
That was
know,
the middle of the
and
season. Middle of the season. That was like game
yeah,
40, game 40,
yeah, it
middle of
was
the
right.
season, right?
It was right before the All Star break. It was like game like 40, like mid 40. But and that's what
Yo, your
that's
phone's
that's what we
vibrating.
do.
Your phone's vibrating. It's coming through on the mic.
Oh yeah,
Just
but
like a big ass dildo.
but but like that, and I think people do see the Knicks leading a few categories. Like I think we're like first place in second chance points. I think
Yeah.
second place in offensive rebounds.
Yep. Yep.
Like
Yep.
and that's what we do. And when we could do that, when we could get those offensive rebounds and make those second chance points, like we did in Game 6 against the Sixers. That's why we win, and we did. And when we out rebound them and can do all of that, and then take smart shots, make sure we're hitting our 3-pointers, it's gonna be a great game. Now, we finished off the Sixers. We washed them up. Now we're gonna move on to the Pacers. Now the Pacers, granted, they're a good team. They don't play as tough as us though.
They
They
just
do
play
have
fast.
Halliburton. That's fine, and we
Like
could
this
play.
Pacers
And we
team
could play.
actually, they actually live up to the name. They are very fat. I think they're what, the second youngest team in the league.
Yeah, but see, so we're a young team too, and we can play fast. But you know what can happen when the other you could play as fast as you want, but the other team is their job to dictate the pace of the game, which is what the
That's the
Knicks
point of
do,
defense.
which is what the Knicks do alarmingly well. All right, and to be honest, they played the Bucks. Damian Lillard only started the first 3 games. Giannis didn't play the whole series
Yeah, but
at
those
all.
aren't those aren't the same Bucks. Those aren't. Call it what you want. They were struggling even with Giannis and Lillard. They've been struggling. They're not the team that they were last year. They're not. They don't look like the same.
No, and I would only agree
Doc
to a
Rivers is
certain.
coaching them now, right?
Yeah, and I would only agree to a certain extent because even when they got Doc Rivers and Lillard, they still weren't getting together and,
They're
and, and
not really
clicking well.
the. Yeah, they're
But
not really the.
they did toward the end of the season. I will give them that. And I guarantee you with Giannis is gonna be in playoff mode. That team, yo, bro, this is Giannis. He's probably top three.
Oh no,
He's
I'm glad.
definitely he's
I'm
definitely
glad
he's
that
definitely
he's
one of
not
the
here.
top 3 players in the
Oh, I'm
fucking
glad. I'm
league.
glad he's not here. I'm glad that we got him out of there.
That game, the Pacers lost a game to the Bucks without Giannis or Lillard. That's sad. That means you telling me Chris Middleton put up 38 points
Yo, he a scary
and
looking dude, Chris Middleton. You see him in the
you know what
alley
I
or
mean?
something?
And he's the one that's always hurt. But the Pacers had a pass, and it still took them 6 games. Lillard's not going to be able to do it by himself. They don't have a bench like we do. Now
Nobody
the
can.
Pacers.
Nobody can do it.
What?
This is not Michael Jordan era. There's nobody that's gonna like that. That's why the Timberwolves won't go far. You know what I mean? It's all Anthony Edwards. You can't do that. What Knicks basketball shows you is it's not on one person. What we show it's about a team effort. What Denver shows you is a team effort. You know what I mean? Like plus grit.
Yeah, but
Like truthfully.
they also just lost by 30, damn near almost 30 points
That
to the
I don't know how you
Timberwolves.
I don't understand how this works no more. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's really hard to call these games. Like I don't want to ever believe my friend when he says these things are rigged. But sometimes you be sitting there like, get the fuck out. They're the champions from last year. They have the MVP on their team.
Man, they're gonna
and
come.
you
They're
get
gonna
blown out
come
by
back.
30?
And listen, they're gonna come back. But back to the Knicks and the Pacers. I'm really not worried, and I'm gonna give you a couple of the reasons why. I have three reasons why I'm not worried.
I'm listening.
I got four actually. We shoot 3-pointers. They're a great 3-point shooting team. Not gonna lie. And I think what's probably gonna hurt us in this series the most is Bogdan not being able to come off the bench to help us with some points. Because we're gonna need that 3-point presence against the Pacers. We're gonna need that actually, especially if Josh Hart or DiVincenzo are not making their shots that they need to make, to get us to where we need to be. I think that's going to be a key factor. But other than that, we're a bigger team than them. We're stronger than them. We're a way bigger team than them. All right, let's not. They have Siakam and Miles Turner. Them dudes ain't shit compared to, let's be honest, Precious and OG and Hartenstein and Mitchell Robinson. Like, we're always going to have a starting center on the floor at all time, even if he's
Yes.
coming off the bench,
Yes.
right? Obi Topping's on the Pacers. You think that the team that traded Obi is going to let the team that he got traded to win? No. And then the last piece is the coach.
Obi's
They had
trash though on the Pacers.
He had 21 points on the last game against the
Obi's
Bucks,
trash on
but
the Pacers.
he's coming off the bench. He's doing all right. But one thing he is doing, he's able to score points. All right. I didn't want to lose Obi. There was just no space for him again
I
on the
just think
Knicks.
Obi don't. I just think Obi don't play.
Obi can't shoot.
He's
Like,
over exactly. He's
he,
overrated. I think he
he,
does. Yeah, I think he's just
couldn't shoot
overrated.
on the Knicks. Yeah, he couldn't shoot on the Knicks, and he was coming behind Randall. Like, it's hard to play behind. Randall couldn't get no shine because he was coming behind Kobe. Obi couldn't get no shine because he's coming behind Randall. So that's that. But I don't think they're gonna let him win. And second, and then the last is Rick Carlisle. Rick Carlisle used to be on the Mavericks coaching staff.
Yeah.
And who was on the Mavericks? Brunson.
Okay.
Yo, you're
So he
telling me,
knows.
Brunson's gonna go there? He's gonna be like, I am not letting these motherfuckers come away with a victory. They might win a game, maybe two. Yo, I say 6 games max.
Can I go over some? Can I go over some? Because I think this is reflective. I want to go over some of the leaders of the playoffs right now. Points per game: Jalen Brunson, Anthony Edwards, Joel Embiid. Joel
Mhm.
Embiid's not to be talked about at this point because he's gone.
Yeah.
So I'm just going threes, right?
Mhm.
Rebounds. Anthony Davis. So Lakers are out. The Joker,
Mhm.
he's still there. And guess who else? Josh Hart.
Mhm.
Assist
A
leaders.
6'4" Josh Hart, and
A 6'4" Josh Hart
you
is a
just named you
fucking
just named
rebound leader.
you
He's a
just named
rebound
two
leader.
you just named two centers 7 feet tall.
Josh Hart
Yeah.
that's what I'm trying to tell you.
Let that shit. I gotta take another shot for Josh Hart. Let that shit sink in, bro. Homie 6'4",
Yo,
top
playoff
the
rebound
top
leaders.
three.
Anthony Davis with 15, Joker with 14, and Josh Hart with 12.3.
Yo, bro. Yo, salute to Josh Hart.
Salute to Mr. Hart. Have a heart, ladies and gentlemen. Have a heart. Assist leaders per game. This is where it gets a little bit. You got Joker, Doncic, and Halliburton. All with 9.7, 9.5, 9.3. So Halliburton's gonna be passing that ball. Steals per game, Cadwell Pope. What team is he on? Oh, he's also on Denver.
Yeah, he's on
Irving
that.
and James. All right, nobody we got to worry about there. Block leaders, Holmgreen, Mobley, and David. Don't got to worry about nobody there. And the rest is all the fucking three pointers made. Oh, yeah, White has been a problem on Boston. You got White,
Yeah,
JR, and he's also on. Who's this guy, JR? He's also on Denver. And Maxey.
yeah,
Maxey's out of here. So, from looking at the leaders, the only leader that Pacer has on these boards is assists with Halliburton.
yeah.
So what real threat do you think? Who do you think can get hot on the Pacers that you think we would have to worry about? Give me a scenario in another world where the Pacers give me the game that the Pacers do win. How do they beat us? Let's do that. because you just broke down how they're not going to win the series. You think it's going to happen in 5. You broke
Mhm.
down excessive reasons and exactly why and what the mind states are of each of players on each teams and the coaches, right? So now give me the world where the Pacers win. Why do they win? They have to win one game. There's no way we take 4.
Yeah, I think they win, and I think the only way that they do win is if the Knicks are not transitioning to the three. And I saw that's what they were doing, and it gave some resemblance of last year against the Heat.
Okay.
And it came in spurts. Like there were times that the Knicks were doing it, and then there was times where they weren't doing it. That's why there was times that the Sixers were up by so many points because they
Okay.
weren't defending that 3 point. And that's exactly what the Pacers are going to do. The Pacers are going to shoot these threes. If we're not making it to that line to put a hand in somebody's face and make sure that it's a contested shot, if we're not doing that
They're
and we're
going to
doing
score.
it poorly, they're going to score. And if we don't have any second chance points and we're not getting any rebounds, that's the other problem because the Pacers are a fast paced team, so they
Yep.
might beat us on the fast break points. And but so are we. Like I think Josh Hart's really going to shine in this series only because he's our fast break guy. He didn't really do it too much
Yeah,
against
but
the
Joshua got it.
Sixers.
Joshua got it. He got it. And I guess you can't complain because I'd rather have a guy all over the goddamn court getting rebounds, steals, harassing, playing D. Yo, he's number 3 in most rebounds averages, for the playoff leaders. I'd rather have a guy doing that than just scoring. But he does need to figure out what is the problem with him not being able to get the ball in the net. And like I said, I know he made those clutch shots. I know he made the clutch shots, so you take it where it's given, baby. But
Yeah,
he would be so fucking dominant if he would just guarantee me 17 a game. If he could
yeah,
guarantee me 15 to 17 points, 15 to 20 points a game,
yeah,
that's it. He's
yeah.
top 10 in the league. The way he plays, 15, 20 rebounds a game,
Yeah,
15
he's an annoying fuck, and I think me and Cash brought it up one time. He's that guy that shows up to the court who fucking probably smokes cigarettes,
Oh yeah,
has
yeah.
like
That's
has like
Rodman.
3 kids, a
That's
crazy hard
Rodman.
life,
That's
and then
Rodman.
just runs everywhere, bro. Like
Hey,
runs
that's Rodman.
everywhere, goes after everything, tries to steal
Like a
everything.
dog. He sees the ball. He's like,
It's
oh, I need the ball. I need
like,
the ball. I
yo,
need the ball. I
yeah,
need the
like
ball.
yo, bro, like I just came to play a pickup game, son. Like what the fuck, like
That nigga going mad hard right now, B. He said, "Yeah, I just came to play a pickup game." Yo, Josh Hart putting the bandana on, the elbow things. This thing, yo,
yo.
he's strapping up the Jordans. You're like, "Why are you switching sneakers?" He's like, "Nah, nigga, pickup game, right?"
Yeah, bro. Like, but like, look,
But yo, if
the
he don't
pick,
score, I'm gonna tell you something. If he don't score and you play the pickup game on him, all you got to do is try to score. You know.
yeah. But I look, like I said, the Knicks they definitely have to expand their bench a little bit. But I think from what I saw from
That would take
Brunson,
Thibodeau trusting more people though at this point in time. Do
no,
you
but
think
I think another reason that he didn't do it. Well, look, he trusted Bogdan, but Bogdan got hurt.
he got hurt?
Um,
He got really
you know what
hurt.
I mean? Like, he trusted Bogdan. He didn't trust Precious too much, but only because I think he didn't think that Precious was big enough as well. And
Yeah, he's a
and
small
and, and
center.
like
Precious is
and
not really a big center like that. And you see
I
that
don't
when
think
he's
I
next
don't
to
think he's a
Embiid.
center. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like he's like a powerful power forward, you know what I mean, who can't score. Like that's why he comes behind Randall. But like and he did come in, but Embiid, and that's why our double teaming, that's why we won that game. Because if it would have been a one-on-one Precious against Embiid or Precious against Hartenstein, you know what I mean? The only person that really defended Embiid phenomenally was Mitchell Robinson. He was the only
Of
one
course.
that can disturb that man's game,
Of
not
course.
foul him, block his shit. He
He's the
didn't need a
presence.
double team. He did it sometimes, but let's keep it a buck. I think Mitchell Robinson he's that key factor on that
He's
team.
the presence. His presence alone. Once he's on the floor, every player on the other team tries to do the best they can to stay away from him. Because
Yeah.
if he's putting his hand up, Chance is gonna block your goddamn shot. And if he's standing in front of you, he's annoying because he's just a big, tall. You're like, yo, what is this dude doing here? Trying to get around. You're not getting. He's like a big wall. So even Embiid, like I said, Embiid not being 100% played a huge factor in his game because I think it messed with his morale. I think it messed with his posture. I think it messed with what he could and couldn't do because it wasn't only Robinson handling him. And B was getting pretty. Besides the free throw game, he was not a dominant player.
There was a game I think in Bede. And we're straining off because I want to talk more about the Pacers. But there
Go.
was a game. I think it was game 4 where, bro, Embiid I think had like 20 something points already. They held him to two. They held him to 1 point in the fourth quarter, and
Yeah,
it was two free throws, and
yeah,
he missed one. He
yeah,
had 1 point in the fourth
yeah.
quarter, and one of like if that's not the definition of
Great
physicality
defense.
and great defense, like I don't know what is, and I don't see anybody on the Pacers that scares me to either get on the boards or something like that. We already know who's going to be guarding Halliburton. It's going to be OG's assignment. And I think that's going to be
Talk
good to
about
see.
OG though, man. Talk about OG. Like I'm telling you, Thibodeau must have that juice like from Space Jam when they went in the locker and they were losing. He was like, "Give me the special stuff." Like Thibodeau, yeah, Thibodeau must have that juice. Like because I saw OG's highlights when he was on his previous team, but why does he look OG 2.0 here? Why does he look like everybody seems like they just want it? Like I really want to know what those conversations in the locker room must be like. Do they do are we are we taking it this year? Is this our season, son? Like you don't see Pacers being a threat at all. You could barely give me the reason why they would win one game. You just said that because we didn't block their shots properly. But that even that's a faded issue because how long is us not blocking their shots gonna go? It doesn't go a whole game. We
Yep.
change games by halftime.
That's what
We
I'm saying.
change games by halftime.
Like, yeah, besides blocking the shots, and we just if all of a sudden for the NBA gods say
You don't think
and they
Pacers?
fatigue and the whole fucking team gets fatigued, that's the only way I see it.
Yeah, the NBA gods.
And I don't see that happening with this New York team. They want that this team wants to win so bad. They want to prove everybody wrong so bad. Like it's almost as if like I don't even give a fuck what I do. Like there was times Brunson looked like he sprained his knee, and I'm like, ah shit. Fucking comes back and scores 39 points. It's like
Yo,
what?
bro, I'm scared though. I am scared that I am scared. Like, yo, these teams be looking to hurt him. They be looking to hurt this man. He's one of the shortest point guards in the league, and they really look to take him out of the game, son. It's scary. It's scary, and I hope the Pacers don't play that dirty ball. You know,
Because
I hope they don't play that dirty ball because the, I think they feel like they have an advantage because they beat us twice, and they beat us soundly 2 times. I
yeah,
think that in their
you know, yeah,
mental,
but how many times did we play them? We should have played them 4 times, right? So we won. I
I'm
think we
seeing
won the other
3 here.
times. We only played them 3 times this year, right? Because I
I'm
think we
seeing
only
3
played.
here.
Yeah, we played them 3 times, and I think the Sixers we played 4 times, and we beat them uh two times as well. Okay, that's what it was. All right, man. We took two, whatever. I mean, they took two, but I'm still not. I'm not really worried
You're not
because
convinced. You're still
I'm
not
not.
convinced.
I'm not. Yo,
See,
I'm really not.
it
Like,
does
yo,
scare.
Halliburton is gonna have to do
Why are they
What Jalen
scoring?
Brunson.
I'm gonna be devil's avocado. Why are the Pacers scoring 125 points and 140? And then I'm gonna tell you the dates in which happened. All right, look, boom, 126 to
So wait.
140. December
Is this
30th. December
it,
30th.
no? But I just want to get this right. This is the Pacers versus the Knicks.
Regular season. I'm giving you the
Okay.
games.
Okay.
So, well, the first one was December 30th. Oh no, it's 2024. February 10th, 2023. February 10th. They beat us by 14 points, 125 to 111. Okay, beginning of the season. I could whatever.
Well, that's not the beginning of the season.
Oh, it's
That's
not. It's not. Why I
it's
got
like
2 Februarys
halfway.
here? Oh no, we played them twice in February. My bad. All right, so the first game we played them was in December of 23. They beat us by
Okay.
14 points, 140 to 126. Why are they scoring 140 points on us in December? Were we injured? Where we let me check this
December
game.
when? December what?
December 30th. No, Randall's there. Randall 39 minutes, 12
Yeah, but
rebounds,
yeah,
28
yeah, but
points.
yeah, but OG wasn't.
Jalen Brunson 28 points. DiVincenzo 38 points.
Yeah, but OG wasn't there.
OG wasn't here. Evan Fournier was here. Todd Gibson was here. Yo, there's no way we had a nigga on
Mi-
the team named Charlie Brown Jr.
Yeah, we did. Yo, Mitchell Robinson wasn't here.
Mitchell Robinson wasn't in the game. Nope.
I'm telling this is gonna be they're facing a different team that faced this team
That's
already.
140 points though, bro. There's no way they're gonna drop another
Miles
140.
Miles McBride was not playing like he's playing right now.
He dropped 5. He's here.
You know what I mean? Because we didn't really need him at that point. You know what I mean? Like this, like they built the Knicks built this team in such a way that they made this push at the exact right time. They
You
made the
know when
certain
you see
acquisitions. Well,
you know when you see the you you know when you really see the difference. I want to tell you these minutes. Randall 39 minutes, Hart 38 minutes, Harkenstein 33 minutes, Brunson 41 minutes, DiVincenzo 36 minutes. Now those were the top 5, right?
mhm.
28 points, 10 points, 2 points, 28 points, 38. My point to you is that the bench played the rest of the minutes, where later in the season, Thibodeau started running people 48 minutes, 46 minutes. In this game, particularly, he didn't go over 40 with nobody. But you know what you see from the bench? A whole bunch of fucking zeros on scoring.
Yeah,
No
because
rebounding. You got
they
ones
probably
and twos on rebounding. Evan Fournier scored 10 points. That's the most off the bench, 17 with 17 minutes. No, like our bench was trash compared to what we look like now. Now, if I
yeah.
bring up these Pacers off of this, let me bring up the 76ers.
The Pacers, they do have a deeper bench than the Sixers, scoring
Really?
wise. Yeah, it's a little bit deeper. I don't think it's as good as ours, but without Bogdan, um, that was like not the knife in the heart, but I'm still not scared because we have grit. Like we have Deuce McBride. Like Deuce McBride could damn near start.
Yo,
Like
this dude's crazy. You want to know our last game against the 76ers? You want to know the minutes? Yo, you remember I just named mad niggas that played that other game? Yo, only one, two, three, four, only 8 players played the last game for us. Josh Hart,
yeah,
OG, Harkenstein, Vincenzo, Brunson, Robinson, and McBride. He only used 7 players the whole game.
yeah,
Yo,
no,
Thibodeau's crazy.
and
Yo, he's crazy.
he has to open up the bench. But it's unfortunate, like I said, we don't have Bogdan. He has to start playing Precious, and Precious is definitely going to see some time. I think Precious is definitely going to see some time against the Pacers. If
He has
Tibbs,
to.
and
He
I
can't
don't
be.
care. I don't care about Alec Burks because Alec Burks ain't doing shit. So I don't even want to see him play a minute. We might even see. I don't even think we're gonna see Jericho Sims unless there's like something dire where we just get into like
You
ridiculous
can't. You
foul
can't put.
trouble.
You can't put Sims in there right now. I think when I see this, when I see these names, uh, all these names have been the ones that look war ready. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
that, and I think that's why Tibbs gets cold feet with Achua. I think sometimes that's why he gets cold feet, and he'd rather put 48 minutes on Devin. Yo, he put 48 minutes on DiVincenzo, 44 minutes on Brunson,
yeah,
46 minutes on Hart, 45 minutes on Ananobi. He
hmm
trusts those guys like
yeah,
that they're war ready. He feels it from them. He knows it. And I think that maybe he does get cold wet feet with an Achua, with a when it works out, it works out. But it's up to Achua and those players when they Sims, Achua, McBride, when they get their opportunity to get off the bench, always just be war ready. Be war ready because that's how we win. When you
and I think they do. I
Oh no,
think
they
they
have to.
do.
Absolutely.
Pressure's not so much. Miles McBride has shown that day in and day out, and
Yo, bro,
that's
he
why.
didn't even play Mitchell Robinson like that. He gave Mitchell Robinson 18 minutes. 18 minutes, that's it. He
What do you
used
mean?
Harkenstein for 30 minutes. The last game against 76ers.
Yeah.
Tibbs. Think
Well,
about the chess move.
yeah,
You know what
because
I'm saying?
that's what it all is. It's all strategy, and that's what I'm saying. We're a bigger team. That's why I see us even playing more precious. That's what it's gonna be. OG's gonna be playing Halliburton. They're gonna have McConnell coming off the bench, the Pacers, and he can shoot threes. He scored 20 against the Bucks in the last game. He shot a fucking dagger. He would look like he was gonna pass the ball. He's just like, nah, I'm gonna just shoot this shit. And made it.
See, but
Like,
when I look at the way they spread their scores out and spread their minutes out, it don't look like ours. Be nobody in the last game went over 40 minutes. And they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yo, they got 11 people. Wow, more than that. There's like 12 people in the lineup playing. You understand?
we talk, we
They
talking about.
used double amount of players, and they didn't go over, and nobody went over 40, and they won 120 to 98.
Yeah, but
If
that's
we're talking strategy, look at what their strategy looks like right there. They spread the floor
yeah.
out. A lot of people scored. Nobody went over 40 minutes, right? And they won by a substantial lead. So that's why I say I don't know if Tibbs should come with that same strategy of just using 7 players, burning them out 45 plus minutes. He's
No,
gonna
yeah.
have to, like you said, spread the floor.
No, yeah. I agree. And I think that's what's gonna happen. And let's be honest, like that's seasoned basketball. Like we couldn't really do it because we didn't really have anybody. We didn't have Alec Burks. We didn't
Well,
have
I'm talking about their
Bogdanovich.
last game against the Bucks, though.
Oh yeah,
This
but
last game against the
see,
Bucks,
but
they used
but
everybody.
but like you're not understanding because they were winning by so much at that point, and
I got you. I
you're
got you.
playing a depleted Buck
They were
team,
just
bro.
throwing their people in.
Now Damian Lillard's there, and Damian Lillard puts up 40 points. You know what I mean? Like it's different. If Giannis is there, you can't sit your best players down unless they're in foul trouble.
So
And
who?
that's what we had to do. We had to keep our best players in this Sixers game. Like I agree with what he did against this series because he had to do it because the team they were ready to go. Tobias Harris was having a great season. Oubre was playing decent, and
Yeah,
then
he was
they
hitting
had
clutch shots for them.
no they put Batum on fucking
I don't know what the fuck
on
that is.
Brunson.
Batum coming out of nowhere with these crazy ass. He scored. Yo, he would have stopped scoring.
And they had him on Brunson. That's crazy. That's like a four. I think Batum is like 6'8",
7'2"
six.
or 6'8".
No. Batum's like 6'7", six
But
eight.
he a big boy though.
Yeah, yo,
Big boy, big body boy.
Brunson is like 6 feet. Like that. That's crazy. And they kind of and I think that's what happened in the first two games. They locked up Brunson. Brunson figured it out. Now, what I did see at the end, toward the end, even in the losing games and in the winning games, what Brunson did, he started averaging more assists. Because in game
Because
six,
he
what he had
realized,
in game six, he had like what 9 assists, 10 assists.
you got to pass that
Like
ball.
game five, same thing. And that's what a good scoring true point guard
Yeah,
does.
12
Like
assists
he had 12 assists.
in
The
the
game
last game
before
they
that,
played.
I think the game before that, he had maybe like 9. Like and like the last 3 games of that season, he stepped it up. He's like, I'm gonna pass the ball. He played like a point guard, but he's like, you know what? I'm gonna choose when I gotta like, which is what you do. You control as a point guard, you choose, you gotta make the decisions. And one big thing, and I wish I would have played the clip because he took that he took that L on his shoulder, and I know we're a little late talking about it now, but he took that L when he said, when we lost game 5, after Maxey hitting all those big threes and him as a leader, and that shows true definition of leadership. He said, it was my fault. Thibodeau told me what the game plan was, which was to foul to avoid them shooting another 3-pointer, which Maxey ended up doing, which tied the game, and that's why we went to overtime. But if they would have fouled him, it just would have been 2 free throws. He said, I didn't tell that to the rest of the team. That's on me. That's true leadership. And then somebody else said, well, why did he just scream it out? Like, what the fuck? Like, who does that? Like, I'm going to tell everybody my game plan. Hey, guys, I'm about to just foul on the next play. They're just going to fucking chuck that.
Well, in that situation, I think Maxey knew that he was going to get fouled. I think Maxey knew, and he shot the ball with 9 seconds left, respectively. He left a lot of time on that clock, a lot of time for the Knicks to do the right thing with, respectively. So Maxey knew he was going to get fouled. He's also he's the 76ers Brunson. He ain't like Brunson, but he is the 76ers Brunson. Plays smart ball. He knew he was going to get fouled, and for him to make the shot, like I said, kudos to him. But you're right. Brunson is a leader, and I'll be naive to say what it looked like as a fan on TV. What I witnessed was Josh Hart missing 2 free throws, could have closed it out. What I was Brunson missing the free throw, could have closed it out.
Now,
What I
do you think they would do? Sorry to cut you off, but do you think they'll make any of these mistakes against the Pacers? Or you think they're gonna learn from everything that they did? In my opinion, facing a better team, I think the Sixers are better. I won't say phenomenally, but like the Pacers were on a path to be 1, 2, or 3. I had the Knicks as 3, Sixers at 2, and the Celtics at 1. That was my goal. We finished last year at 4. I was like, all right, so we I think we're the third to second best team in the NBA, or in the Eastern Conference at least. Do you think they're going to learn from their mistakes or whatever that they did, and maintain their composure and do what they got to do to just close this out and play their best?
um well, first things first, I think Knicks. I think the break is something that they need to shake off real quick. First things first, I think if we're not scoring immediately, if we're not scoring immediately, I do see the Pacers. I see the Pacers like that boxer in the that comes out for the first 3 rounds, just swinging head, boom, 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 fast, boom, 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 boom. And then I see the Knicks like the ones like, okay, okay, I'm gonna take these. I'm gonna box with you. I'm gonna box with you. And then when my opportunity comes, I'm gonna seize that moment. I see the Knicks like that. I think in the beginning, the Pacers. I think if I go by your theory and the Pacers win one, I think they win the first one. And if I double down on your theory, I think the Knicks learn them by the second game. If I double down,
You think the Pacers are going to beat the Knicks and MSG tomorrow?
if like I said, if I go with your theory, but I'm plugging my brain into how the Pacers play is, and yeah, we are a different team from when we played them before. Complete defensively, especially our core middle down at the center position is amazing. And from what we were before, it's a complete different night and day. I got that. I still think that for those reasons, they are gonna try to push the pace as fast as they can, as quick as they can. And if we don't get on our feet with the crowd booing and going crazy, and we're in MSG. We just came off the Sixers, all these highlights. You don't know how they feeling. You don't know. I would hope in a perfect world, everybody's just been practicing and just staying hot. You would hope everybody just don't got their heads in the clouds. And I think that's key. I think like I said, first game, if Pacers win one, it's the first one. After that, I can see the Knicks taking the rest with no problem. Because they'll learn them by the first game. But I think the Pacers are gonna come out fucking as fast as they can. Whether the shots drop or not, that's to be seen. But we've been seeing these crazy calls that these refs have been calling, and I would not be surprised if we would get some bogus calls from the refs this game as well. I wouldn't be surprised. It's just like the way the NBA looks sometimes, and the chemistry from which the Pacers got to play from. Yo, they're coming into somebody else's home. You think they're just gonna come in here and roll over and play dead because the Knicks are the hottest team or the team to look at right now in the playoffs? You think they're gonna roll over? No. They're gonna come in and they're gonna want to take that first game. They're gonna want to make it a statement game. They're gonna want to let you know, hey, even if you beat us, this shit ain't going. This not gonna just go in your favor that easy. So I think if they take one, going in your theory, it's the first game, and
All right.
that'd be why. But after
Yo,
that, Knicks will learn them.
I think the Knicks win the first 3. They lose game 4,
Talk to him.
and then they win game 5.
Talk to him. Who do you think has a break? I wanted to ask you, who do you think has a breakout? Has the who you think breaks out in this series? What player on the Knicks has their a breakout game? Just turns up because we've been seeing the
I think DiVincenzo is going to shine.
because he's been sleep. Besides the five last game is beautiful, but comparably he can do that for 4 games, 5 games straight. So he has been sleep. You know, he has been sleep. OG
This
Ananobi is another one too. That
No,
when
OG's been playing great, son.
when he goes to the basket, like I wish he went to the basket
Oh
more
yeah.
because he's just big. He's
No,
just
but
big.
that's not
That's
him.
not his
He just
game. I know. It's not his
he
game.
just he got put into good situations at the good time because of good ball movement
Yep. Yep.
and spacing. That's why he was able to do that. OG's not a guy who just pulls up and just shoots. And you don't think for him to score first. He moves the ball, he'll eventually pull it up, and he can score when you need. But when you think of a true scorer, when that ball's in their hand,
What they're
they
gonna do?
either want to give you their 1-2 moves and try to score, and that 95% of the time they're gonna make it, or they pass it up and give somebody open. Like OG doesn't do that. Like that. Those are like Randalls and like Carmelo Anthony's. And I'm only just giving Knicks references because
No,
there's a
I
lot
got
of
you.
other
I
players.
got you. I got
Obviously,
you. I got you.
there's a lot of other players in
Yeah, now when the
the
ball's in their
NBA,
hand, when
but
the ball's in their hand, you know what they're gonna do with the ball.
exactly. But you know, if I think DiVincenzo is gonna have I don't think he's gonna have breakout games. I think he's gonna have a breakout series. I think
Yeah,
he's gonna
just
have. I think he's gonna definitely pick it up. I think the momentum from him doing what he did, because he had to deal with a lot of shit, right? Because he got in foul trouble, couldn't play, like he was just shooting bad. Like that's a lot of shit. And then still at times he was still taking shots and draining it, even on a bad game. Like when he made that three, that was not a good
clutch.
game from like that was not a good game from Josh Hart when he shot that game winner. He had a good game, but I
Yeah,
think DiVincenzo is going to take whatever confidence that he stepped off the court with in game 5. Like, holy shit, I forgot I can still do this. I don't know if the spotlight was too big. I don't think it was that. It was just in a rut. Like I think he was just missing. I don't know. I don't know what was going on, but he felt himself. He looked like himself in game 6.
okay.
And that I think that's going to continue, especially against the Pacers team, because that's exactly what we're going to need from him. We're going to need that to
That's
continue
shooting. Yep.
and roll right into this next series, most importantly. And I think he's gonna have a breakout. I think McBride is still doing what he needs to do. Brunson is already looking like a fucking monster this playoff series. People are looking like, damn, I hope Brunson wakes up. Dude had just 2 bad games, guys. He's gonna continue to do what he was doing. They're not
Nah,
yelling out. They're not yelling out MVP chants for no fucking reason.
this nigga. How do you? Yo, phenomenal.
Who do you think? Who do you think will have a breakout?
Uh, honestly, man, I think I hear Mitchell Robinson's name being yelled out by the announcer. Mitchell Robinson with another basket tonight. I feel Mitchell coming with like a 30-point game, son. I feel
No
Mitchell,
way.
yeah, staying down there at the basket and just, yeah, I mean, like, I feel Mitchell and I feel Josh Hart too. I think Josh Hart is due. I think Josh Hart is due for a 30-point game. I think he's due with it, especially with the rebound. I think he's gonna. Josh Hart. I just hear the announcer. I just hear the announcer saying his name. What? 18 rebounds, 23 points. I see it. I see it. You know what I'm saying? Like I like Ragu needs to turn up, but I never. What's weird is that Ragu looks good on paper, and then sometimes when you go see him in the game, you get a little. You know what? I guess what stays in my brain is what your statement was. Like in the middle of the season, he needs to come off the bench. I guess that statement that you say it resonates with me when I see him play. Because I feel like he can always score, but when he's not scoring, it hurts. It hurts us, we're lucky we get. I think we're like number 2 in like offensive rebounds and putbacks, right?
Yeah,
All right, so
I
it's
believe
like,
so. Yeah,
so we're lucky we get those.
I believe so. We don't keep track. We just drink on this show and just talk what we think we know.
Let me
But
see.
whoa, oh, what we do? I believe. Let's fucking look it up.
Uh,
Um, let me see. 2020.
uh, there you go. There you go. Where the leaders at? Yeah, they got the league leaders, but they got this shit. It's only people though.
Yeah.
I heard the stat though. I heard like the stat is crazy. The numbers are crazy. I heard that. I heard them speaking about it. We
So Knicks is third,
Knicks are third. See,
and
like
overall rebounding in general. All right, so
oh,
that's just
overall,
that which is just as good.
no, with just I'll take it.
You know what I mean? Which is just as good, to be honest.
So we get past the Pacers. Who do you want to see?
I want to see Celtics, and I think that's who we're gonna end up seeing anyway.
You said that's who you think we're gonna be seeing?
Yeah,
Celtics? Let me see.
yeah. I don't think this. You think the Celtics are gonna lose to the Magic or the Cavaliers?
But who do we see next after this?
Those. Wait, did they play already? Because I was watching the fight, ladies and gentlemen, last night, and I was drinking because it's drunk sports talk. Um, oh no, they're playing right now. Okay, this is the last game. Yeah, so if Cavs win, whoever wins tonight, Cavs or Magic, which they're playing right now, Cavaliers are up by 6 points. So
Okay,
whoever wins today has to go and face the
I see it.
Celtics.
Yeah.
It's
Uh,
gonna be the Celtics. It's gonna be the Celtics. We're gonna see the Celtics in the conference finals, and then let's see what happens then, because they have two really primary scorers, and that's my only scare. We don't have two guys that can automatically score 25 the whole series or
and
average
and that's
25
what
the
they
whole.
do. That's what Tatum and fucking Brown do. 25 every game. 25 every game. 30, 25, 20, 30, 25. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, look, and I don't want to put no shame on the Pacers, but look, there's been a lot of talk about Halliburton and Brunson, and look, we're
Talk like
gonna
what?
go in just who's better and what team. Listen, yo, the Knicks don't just end up in the second seed for no reason. All right,
Well,
like
Pacers
you
are,
just don't.
we are a young team. Don't get me wrong, but Pacers are a younger team, and they have they have grit. I'm not gonna say that I see them beating us. I don't, but I don't see this series being a fluke. I think if there's any holes in our game, it will be exposed by the Pacers. That's what I think. I think if there's any holes in our game, the Pacers will expose it, and I hope they do, so we can go ahead, quickly correct and get ready for Boston, because Boston is the top dog, even though they show chinks in their armor, right? You
So
know
do the Celtics.
that's what I
Celtics
said.
lost.
Boston shows chinks in their
Yeah.
armor.
And let me just because let's get out of here. We've been on. We love you people. Been
Let's
on for
go.
almost an hour. Great episode, but I just want to make one statement. Jimmy Butler, you are out of your fucking mind. All right. Let me just say that now, and let's make it clear. All right.
What did
Your
Jimmy
bum
do?
ass.
What did Jimmy do to you? What did
Yo,
Jimmy do
bro.
to you?
Yo, he said if I would have played in the playoffs, the Knicks wouldn't be in it. And then that's even in relation to the Celtics. You had to face the Celtics first, dude. You didn't even make the playoffs. You had to play in to make it to the playoffs, and then in the playoffs, you did get hurt. But I don't think I wanted to see the Heat first. I didn't really want to play the Sixers,
Yeah, because
and,
you wanted to get that what back.
and that's not even because of fear. Because
You wanted
I
to get
knew the
that what
Sixers.
back.
I knew the Sixers were going to be a harder team. I wanted to bust the fucking Heat ass because Jimmy Butler's going to talk some shit. Shut up and go sit on your cabana or your fucking hammock,
Or
wherever the
paint
hell
your
you live.
fingernails black.
Yeah, I don't know. Do whatever you like to do, but do it on vacation because you're
Ah,
done for the season, buddy. Now watch the Knicks do what your team can't. All right.
oh, them fighting words. Yo, Jimmy, don't see my mans, bro. Don't see my mans, Jimmy.
Yeah, yo, he's talking now. Like, yo, I never seen somebody who lost talk so much shit. That's like you the boxer and you get knocked the fuck out cold and you wake up and you're like, yeah, but I think I still could have beat him.
Yeah, but
Like
what
what
you
the fuck?
expect though? Jimmy's never gonna humble himself, never gonna be humble. They gave him the nickname Jimmy Buckets, Jimmy Playoff, and it was one playoff and he hasn't lived up to the hype since. Like he's a great basketball player, but he needs to face facts too. He's not who he was. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And all the shit talking, it just looks better on us, don't it?
word up,
He
word
looks
up,
like trash. It looks better on us.
word up, word up. So the ruling is out, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's go.
G thinks we're gonna lose tomorrow. I think we're gonna win the first three, lose, and then win again. I think 5 games. G thinks 6. All right, we're gonna get Cash's, you know, mind frame and thoughts about this later midweek.
Yo, don't sue me neither. This basketball. Don't get all
Yeah, man, all
crazy.
speculation, all
I could wear this
speculation.
jersey and love it, but yo, facts are facts, and the way basketball is, you never know.
All right. All speculation, ladies and gentlemen, but we love you guys. Please keep tuning in. Make sure you like, subscribe. Drunk Sports Talk, Instagram. Hit
I got
that link.
picture, but I
We
still
need
say
the
let's go
views.
Knicks.
Yeah, word up. You know,
Let's go Knicks.
I think we're almost at 900 subscribers. We're almost there, man. The goal is to get a
Get that
thousand.
1,000.
Yo, we have some really good gifts for you guys that me and Cash are working on. And we love y'all. Just keep listening, tune in. Everybody know what it is. Yo, G, good looking.
Holla at
Yo,
me.
let's take this last shot.
There you
Yo,
go.
this is for the New York Knickerbockers,
Let's go.
the
Let's
best
go.
team and fan base in the world. Let's get it,
Let's
ladies
go.
and
Let's take that
gentlemen.
fucking game tomorrow. Let's go.
Salud, we out.
We out of here. Salute. Drunk Sports Talk.
Peace.